poetic about a historical landmark. Whether it's the romantic memories it holds in your life, or the long hours you spent dreaming about your future, the yearning and dedication of something so beautiful could never fade, like the memories of your first love. For Alfred
I've been
Klebb,
up here in 40 years.
he enlightens us with the story of his life in the Heights as he reminisces the blissful memories of his youth.
I'm so proud of the Heights. I've been here 81 years, and my parents have been here a lot longer than that, and everybody else. The Heights in 1896 elected its own mayor. And I do believe, driving around here, living here, that there are more than 10 churches in the Heights area. And it is just such a beautiful place. And driving around in here, all the new big homes, and it's just a wonderful place to live. And I just can't ever forget that. I went to school here, and these are the pictures of the first pastor and the first church. This was the church from St. Andrews that they bought. And then later, that's when they started over here. And it's just tough to forget about how the Heights and everything. We only had 3 teachers, and look at all the kids.
I cannot believe it.
This was in 1944, and it was just enormous, and the education was wonderful because it was 1, 2, and 3 in the church basement, and the building behind here was 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8. And you sat in there, and when they taught this grade and listened to the next one, you really learned a lot. And it's just wonderful. And it was just beautiful to come back. And when I got my degree and taught school here 9 years, it was just wonderful. And then, like I said, 32 at Hogg, and it was just fine memories. And every time I go somewhere, I run into people that are grown up, and they say, "Coach." And I said, "Well, you were this high when I had you, now you're this high." And it just changed you completely, but there's just so much.
Historical landmarks have been in tight situations before due to their old and half broken down walls, their dark and unsafe flooring. Most contractors would raise a petition to demolish these buildings. It's only the residents of the community that would think differently. Residents have sentimental memories of the Immanuel Lutheran Church and would want to see it restored and come back to life. Alfred Klebb talks about what it felt like when they wanted to demolish his second home.
Well, at one time, they had a contract with somebody that was going to pay us to tear it down. This was 15, 20 years ago, because they wanted to save so much, the roof and different things. And we finally voted it down, and we even had one guy come back with plans to build a 2-story building there for the school and all that. And we just kept going back and forth, and finally we voted, hey, let's just preserve it. There's such fine memories. And then they came up with the restoration committee, and it's just wonderful to be involved with restoring it for the Heights. Everything in the church is still the bricks and the windows, and the only thing that's taken down is the altar and the pulpit and the cross. And up on all the walls we had oscillating fans because there was no air conditioning. And the balcony, there was a winding stairwell to go up there, and that's where the organ was, and the choir would go up there and sing. And then when we had the downstairs was overloaded, those people went upstairs too. It was just wonderful. So many people that we knew that lived in the Heights, and I still meet quite a few of them.